Hey, Alberto here. I want to tell you a little bit about the other songs on my new record. Let's start with the title track, Home. And we'll do a little tutorial in this video, so stick around.
Never break our bond. I promise I'll always be.
So the riff starts in B flat, but since we're using a capo at the 3rd fret, we're in standard tuning, we will consider this like thinking in G major, even though we're in B flat. So it starts with a G chord, and it's a normal strumming, but you have to be careful because there's a strumming, and at the same time you have to make some notes sing like a melody. It starts like this. So the singing is actually on the low end. The bass is doing the melody. Then it switches to the upper notes. So you have to be very careful here when you switch from the C chord to this, that is a D chord over C, because it's really easy to lose some of the notes. Then you just lift your first finger to have an open G. Then you slide with your 3rd finger and you go back to the G position. Then you have this little bit of melody on the bass. And then you switch to a different register for the melody. So, this is the melody. Then you go back to the bass. You do this little chromatic thing to go to E major. Another position for E major. Then we have this line that is basically all ringing notes. I tend to split it into different bits. So I have the first one that is just outlining the chord with the pick. Then I switch to this position, but I try to let the low A ring. Then the last position is a bit the stretch. Then we have the same position again. Then we go to D. So it's basically the guitar is rattling. I don't know what it is. Told you it's a cheap guitar. Then we go to D augmented. We do this little embellishment here. Then we go to the G major 7th position, using the thumb to hit the bass. go to this, let's say it's a D chord augmented. But I use this position because it allows me to play the melody that I have to play. And then the singing starts.
I promise I'll always be there.
On this song, Home, I had the privilege of having Norma Jean Wright and Lucy Martin singing a beautiful gospel choir part. Norma and Lucy are friends of mine and used to be the lead singers of the band Chic with Nile Rodgers.
And I say now, until I'm cold in the cold ground.
Songs like Freak Out or Good Times, it's them singing. Actually, Bob Clearmountain also mixed all the early Chic records where Norma and Lucy sang. I played the riff on this acoustic guitar that used to belong to my uncle. It's a very cheap guitar and I recorded a demo track for inspiration because it's related to a sad story. My uncle had an incredibly unlucky family history and I felt a connection with it. Come recording time, as sometimes happens, I tried to replace it with one of my great and expensive acoustic guitars, but there was no way to get that vibe, so I kept the original track that just felt right. And Clear Mountain didn't complain about its tone, so...
I promise I'll